I am now live. Let's see. Yep, you got them in. Looks good. Let's make sure you come in from both areas. So far, just Twitter. Nope, it's coming up on YouTube. I'm live as well. Sweet. Nilton, how's it going, mate? Not many people will see this because people are just coming in. What's up, guys? Filtering in, cool. Nilton, let's go. DRZ Raider, what's up? I think people are just coming in, but for those who will catch up, I know a lot of people catch up on them later. I'll try and go an hour. We'll try and go an hour. We'll see how it goes. Haven't had alcohol in 5 days. Look how fresh my fucking skin is. But it's all about a change. I thought so far I'm toasting the record month. I'm up plus 6K, record year plus 12. No, plus 13. I'm up 13 grand now this year. Plus being up promoting, plus promoting, being overall profitable. And the whole grind is public. So cheers to you guys. Cheers to another live stream. This is nothing. I'm not going to promote anything. I'm not going to talk about money in any way. I'm here solely to help people and answer the questions. And I also want to talk you through an Excel that I'm working on. And I want to talk you through Excels in general, because that fucking revolutionized my trading game. And it's kind of what got us. There's two sides to trading. There's the technical side and there's the discipline side. In terms of technicals, obviously I was in the challenge, and the challenge, watching all the Rotani webinars and stuff and the DVDs helped us learn the patterns. So the technical side, but 50% was the challenge, 50% was doing my own Excel and finding out for myself. And for discipline, like I went through loads of different, lots of losses and stuff before, lots of trading with a small account. And more importantly, just like sorting me shit out. Because a lot of your personal problems go onto trading. But guys, if you've got any questions, hit us up straight away. Let's get some tickers on the screen. Otherwise, I'll tell you what my watch list is, what I'm looking at, what's been in. I'll talk about the 3 or 4 recent trades I've done, and then I'll talk about me Excel. But what we've got Brent, I'll read. Florin, welcome back. Cheers, brother. Bram, it's always good. Oh, man, I haven't even had a drink in my can. If anyone wants to have a can, cheers. Oh, God. 5 days off the booze. It's fucking fantastic. And I hope I get a live long today. I'm looking for a long today to make some, because I'm up 750. I'd love to clear a grand today. See how many cans I drink and how wild I feel. With Bram, yes, sir, consistent. Deep, I'll read, mate. So good to see you. Deep's been following us for fucking 3 years, watching all my videos, losing, depressed. And it's weird because I'll make 750 today. I don't even feel anything. I just think, oh, that's good. Let's try and give something back. So let's help people, because I got helped by a lot of people. That's the only thing. I don't feel like happy at all. Like I'm a bit happy, but I'm not bothered. Florin, so happy for you. Shit, where'd I go? Jared, cheers. Tickers, guys. Oi, 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 Tizzy. Israel, hi, GQ. Okay, first ticker. NURO. I'll go through the current tickers that you sent, and then I'll do my trade plans. Then we'll look for afternoon stocks, because it's what? It's one. In fact, I'm going to look for afternoon stocks now because it's 1:30. I don't want to miss any. So we're looking for breakdowns, breakouts. Let's get the fucking screen up. Share screen. Application. Stocks to trade. I think this is the best way to do it. So I'm going to look at stocks from 1 to 100, up more than 20%. Let's say traded. I want them to have traded like 800,000, because I'm not desperate for a trade, so I only want to trade the stocks with higher volume that are slightly more volatile. I've got 5,000 trades, which is a given. So let's just go through all of the stocks, and then I'll go through yours quickly, because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 14 stocks. And NURO's the first one. I've already looked at this. NURO, dead high volume, 370,000 floats, 16 million volume. It is no surprise we've got this multi-day breakout. And guys, you're going to hear us talk a lot long because I've been learning a lot long. And I know a lot of you guys are a lot long. So you're going to learn a lot on the long side as well. I'm super happy to do both sides. The breakout was 323, this multi-day. You see how it popped here? And then it popped here. You've got this double top on the 1st and on the 13th. And then the volume is just unprecedented. It just ripped through. The thing is with, I mean, I didn't see this. And also, like, if you look at the breakout, you've got the breakout, this is going back a couple of days. You're looking for the multi-day breakout. And the multi-day breakout here is like the 223s, 230s. And then if you look at the day broke, like today, you've got this pre-market. I mean, you can buy this pre-market high. I don't think it's too bad to do that, but the volume wasn't huge. I think the volume's just coming later. I think this was a tough one to buy. Rips, comes down. I don't like buying fucking 20, 30 cents off the breakout level. So NURO, it was, I mean, I was in a different trade, but NURO was just a miss for me. And now, in terms of what it's going to do, it doesn't really run multi-days, but it's never had this much volume. I mean, we're going to have a quick look at the news. I'd be curious to see why it's up. I don't want to take too long, but I think this is the percent gainer. So, I mean, what sector is this? Healthcare. Sorry, it's obviously up something to do with Corona. Imagine. You've got to do this. These are the steps that I take when I trade. How much is it? Like, when I go for a long, I'm like, does it trade a lot of volume? Has it got a low float? Is the news good? Is it in a hot sector? Is it a multi-day breakout? Is it a multi-month breakout? Is the volume of this breakout much higher than any other volume of any other breakout previously? Is the chart ascending? Is it not ascending? Is it multi-month highs? Is it multi-year highs? Does it run multiple days in a row? These are all the questions that I ask myself when I buy breakouts. Is the company profitable? It's fucking profitable. No wonder this shit's running. This motherfucker made 110 billion last year. What's its float can't be 370,000. It's got to be an error. Nah, shit, I'm looking at JP Morgan. What an idiot. I promise you guys, I'm on one can. It's like, how is it such a small company making so much money? Yeah, better reality. It loses money, but it makes money. It has revenue, but it loses. Why is it up? Check my news. Weirdly, there's no news on it. What does stocks to trade say? Yeah, it says it's up for no reason. So that says sketchy. That says if there's no news, it's very scary. And then if you look in the SEC filings, you see that 4245B, 19th of February, 4245B. That's a SEC form that says we're going to dilute shares. And this is very, very interesting. How many of you guys in here? It needs to be more. It's such a good lesson. So there's no news. It's got a 42415B filing, which basically means someone is manipulating and pushing the stock up, and they're going to slam it at some point. But the float's so low and the volume's so high, you don't know where the top is. So all you can really do is, yeah, wait for the crack, but there's no borrows on this anyway. So this is not a long, and it's not a short because it's too far off its highs. If it dropped and came back up and double topped, and I found out this information earlier, then I would have probably traded it. Or say it runs tomorrow and gives a big day and then it gaps down, I'll probably play that as a short. So NURO is not really much. SONN, I'll try and be quicker, guys, because I know you guys have got questions as well. SONN, again, it's kind of a breakout, but it's pushed and it's given it all back. It looks like a kind of stock that does reverse splits. No trade for me. ATRL, oops, or ERTL. Got a big gap and fill on the 3rd of February. Got a spike and fill here. Trying to do something here. It's already give it all back. You know what I mean? Just, it's very easy to weed out the shitty companies. If we're going to look for a long, which I am wanting to kind of look for a long to buy, it needs to be holding its highs intraday. Ideally, like, look at this, but it's gapped up, but it's a big red candle. I mean, I like this because it's multi-year highs, but in this, arguably, this is sitting on like a multi-month breakout level, but it's also just fucking give back all its gains and it's shown no life. So you just can't really be rushing to trade that, and you can't trade it on the short side. It's already down too much. You see how this goes. IMMP is kind of a nice gap fill because you've got this gap on the daily from $1 up to $1.40. So you might get this gap fill. The volume's good. It's a multi-day breakout. I'm going to have to put this on the Excel. I'll go through this in a minute. I'm tracking multi-day breakouts. So this is a typical multi-day breakout. It's overcome this 98 level. It's overcome the dollar level. It's on its first green day. It's traded a good 37 million shares. It overcome this resistance level, which was like 50 million shares. So it's overcome a really powerful resistance level. It's got no resistance until here. And the really interesting thing about this is all of this doesn't matter because it's traded so much. Like when it trades more volume than ever previously, it kind of wipes the rest of the chart out to a degree. It's still a bad company. But this company is worth doing some research, and let's see how it's holding up. Yeah, it's holding VWAP. I mean, it's ran, it's held. The float's a bit high, but it's really held VWAP. So if this perks into the close, and I hope, guys, I hope this isn't boring, but if you're bored, this is trading. No, it's good. There's like nearly 50 plus in the room. That's cool. And these are good webinars, guys. I promise you. All I'm doing is the exact same process everybody else taught me. But honestly, I don't want to go on about it. But I feel like I can articulate it because I know how I wanted to hear it, and I'm fresh learning it. So I know how to articulate it for you in the best way for new people. Yeah, I mean, IMMP, it's a beautiful breakout. It's quite nice volume. It's cancer as well. Fuck. It's a hospital company. Breast cancer always runs because it affected mom. It's affected millions of women. I mean, it doesn't make money, but not many biotechs do. I'm presuming this is a biotech. Yeah, it's a biotech. It's got news on cancer. So let's just see what they said. I'm curious about this. So this is interesting. So Sydney, Australia, April the 14th, they've put out a news release just 14 hours ago. A biotechnology company developing novel immunotherapy treatments for cancer and autoimmune is your autoimmune system is a very big thing for traders because people care about this, so they buy. Phase 2, basically phase 1 of biotech studies is they're not testing on animals, they're testing on people, like from like 10 to 90 people. And so let's just read this. A biotechnology company announced that interim phase 2 clinical data has been selected for a poster short talk presentation as part of the higher impact PICA presentation scheduled for the April 27 and 28th. Now that's quite far away, but it's something in your diary because if you want to buy this on the 26th, I'm going to create a new watch list and call bio. I need to make a note of this because I was watching a presentation on this the other day. What's CO? Corona. I don't want to lose me Corona stock. Sorry. These biotechs are a wonderful sector. What's this? That's Corona. Oh, I can't delete any of them. Create a new one. Okay. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is, so what I'm going to do with this, I mean, it's got resistance in the 124s, but in the news isn't until April 26th, so this is probably a good buy, like April 24, April 23, because the news is going to be probably positive. It might run up before the news, and it's a breakout right now. It's probably going to fill this gap. What we'll do is I don't want to buy it now. I want to see if it starts to push, and I'll take it into the close, and I might take a little bit more into the close to see if it gaps tomorrow. So it's not doing much now, so I'm not going to risk a crack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert to say if the price goes over every 5 minutes. If the price goes over this level, if it starts to pick, you can't see it because it's on VWAP, but if this starts to pick and it gets above the 113s, I'll let it see if it can run into the close because it's good volume. It's broke above this level. It's a multi-week breakout. It's got no resistance above. It's cancer. And they've got some news coming out about phase 2 studies. So I hope you guys get that, but that's, for me, that's really quite interesting. I haven't tracked enough data, but that's a lot of positives. And the only negative is that the chart's downtrending and it doesn't have a lot of, it does make money, but none of them do. So IMMP, I'm really pleased I stumbled across that. NVs, I'll just check the next 2 and then I'm taking questions because I'm going to too much on and on, but this can is fucking gold. And then, NNVCN is such trash. NNVCN is such trash. Gap fail. This is the daily. It's a neutral chart where it doesn't do anything. It stays in the 3s. Someone manipulates it. It gets manipulated by the company, obviously. It goes from 3 to 8 on crap news. I think that was Corona at the time. Does nothing. Then they rip it up out of nowhere and it all sells off. Like this is a multi-day, multi-week breakout, but I'm just not even putting it in my chart because NVCN is fucking excluded from everything that exists. Just because it's typical of doing like shitty manipulation like this. I mean, we can go back, like, yeah, just to show you guys, like, this is 2018, massive gap fail, gap fail. It's every time this gap's up, you short it, but you've got to be careful. And then obviously this shit. But the boat solo that it rotates all the followers all the time, so no one gets trapped in it. It's a really weird one. So NNVC, I'm just not even looking at. NVV is the last one, and then I have to get a quick guys. But there's nothing. I'll just quickly. NVV looks like that other trade we're just looking at. Yeah, I mean, it's similar, but it's just fucking the reason I don't like this as much as I like the other biotech cancer stock is because this is trading 30 million, and so less volume, or 3 million and 5 million, or whatever it is. This volume's not as good as the other charts volume because the other charts volume was much significantly larger than past history. So there's not much on. And then I'll answer questions. NLS was a brilliant multi-month long that I took yesterday. Sold too soon. NLS was it sells like equipment for because everyone's in because of Corona. It had really nice volume in comparison to all the previous volume on the chart. It was a multi-month breakout, and the level was 413, and then it fell. Like I bought off the 430s because it broke out, held this level, and I bought off the 430s, and then I took it all up to the 4. I got some off at the 490s, yeah, 492, 493. So some in the 480s. Yeah, but I regretted it because it went from the 490s all the way up to the 530s. So I would have took 20% on that, but it ended up failing. It didn't fail. I mean, this might consolidate and keep on pushing. It depends how long coronavirus lasts. But right, questions, fucking hell. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to be here, to be with you. And I'm so happy to be making money because when I make money, it means that I can teach you how to make money and charging you. So the better I get, the more I can teach you for nothing. And these live streams are the best way to do it. So, Jeeves, Florin, yesterday I lost half my account. How did you deal with this situation? Dude, I have took, like, I don't know if you guys follow me on Profitly, but I went 15,000 red and I took two $5,000 losses in the process of going 15,000 red, Florin. And you took any 5 grand losses, I tell you feel sick. And you don't want to continue trading, I tell you. And when I took 5 grand losses, sometimes I was like, I quit, I'm done. I quit, I'm never coming back. I'm not trading ever again. And I was like, I told everyone at work, I told my family, I'm like, that's it, it's over. I'm not doing it ever again. And then couldn't stop because I'm so addicted to the market and so addicted to winning, so addicted to beating the patterns. And I've got such drive for it. I'm an addictive personality anyway, so my whole family are. So I was so addicted to it that we've just passed 50 on here. So cheers, everyone. I was so addicted that I couldn't give up. So I thought, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a $500-600 account. And as long as I only blow up one $600 account a month, all I can lose to trading is $600. And if I blow up an account, I don't trade till the next month. So when I get my next paycheck, put another 600 in. And through having 600, I blew a fuckload of them up. I blew up about 20 accounts. So I was down 15 grand. It took us last year and some of this year to make it all back, plus a bit more. I'm green a good 3 and a bit grand, but I'm up 14 grand. I'm up maybe seen 17 grand. I can't remember. I'm up 17 grand in the last 18 months. But I started trading with a $500 account, so if I blew it up, that was it. And then I started being able to turn 500 into 1,000. Then I could turn 500 into 3,000. Then I turned 500 into 3,500 twice, withdrew, and then I turned 500 into 5,000 3 or 4 times. Had a mess up with 1,000 loss and withdrew. So every time I took the loss, I just withdrew a small loss or a leading intent. And then I thought, if I can turn 500 into 5 grand, what can I do with 1,000? Then I put 1,000 in and turned 1,000 into 8 grand so far. And now I'm like, well, what if I play with 5? Then I can take 50. So that's the way it's going. And I hope that answers your question. Basically, the answer is scale down. David Wood, up 810 on AIKI today on demo mode. Try AI, risky as fuck. So let's take a look. Yeah, AIKI screams a terrible chart. So gapped up, failed. It's the same as NDCN, which we just looked at. Gapped up, failed. Gapped up, failed. More recently, spike, failed. Spiked, held, gap down. This time it had some little weird run, which it never does. But look what happened after. Give it all the way back. And then this time, gap failed. So David, if you AIKI. It's not a 4th consecutive green day. It's the fucking first green day. It's first green day of any note. Anyway, it's a fucking terrible long, and it's a terrible long. Yeah, and it's a weird as fuck short. And then it had the offering at 12 o'clock. It was just disgusting. That I don't even want to talk about it. It makes us feel sick. What type of long trades do you prefer? I'm gonna show you. Oh, I nearly drank my card. I'm showing you me Excel if you guys hang on. Show you me Excel, what I look for, how I track, how I determine multi-month breakouts, what the criteria are, and how I'm learning the market through Excel and data, which is the only way you can learn to trade, really. How do you size into your positions? Good question. So basically, I'll never let myself go down more than $100, to be honest. And like say today I made 750 and I was never down more than 50. The example of that is fucking works. Let's get a beer. 2 seconds. So works was a really good overextended gap down. I'll just clear all the lines off the chart so we can start again. So with works, it's got a history of like ripping from 50 cents to $12. So we all know it can run in front of a trend on its first green day. If anyone who trades and is not under a rock since yesterday, I mean, it traded 95 million, and it's like. So this is very scary because it obviously traded like it's a 5 million stock and it traded 100 million, so it rotated its floor 20 times. But it's very common when a stock, this stock, it was up bad. Long-term prospects. The news sounded sketchy. It's just one of those coronaviruses that caught hype and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. I've actually get rid of these lines. I've actually spoke to shorts in this because what happens is at the start of the day, and this will get to the question of how do I manage risk. People see a bad company that always fails. Came back down, ran but failed ultimately. Had a run and then it gave it all back. Everyone kind of sees this and thinks not a good company. It's not the worst company, but it's not the best. Can't go higher. Can't go higher, it's going to fail. And then when this downtrend comes in, shorts pile in, which I've learned not to do from getting smoked so many times. Because I remember saying this and thinking, I'm not being scared to trade, or is this? When you get this kind of action here, it's not breaking down, it's been holding this line. And this is honestly a sign of someone propping this as well. Someone wants the 580. It came back, held, 580 line held. When a high volume, low float, 4-mile runner holds for long enough, it starts to squeeze. And then we just got this huge rip all the way to the 4. It's a short today is because the way I worked it out, to be honest, is if you look at it on a 1-hour chart, fucking hell. If you look at 1 hour, the pre-market yesterday, on a 1-hour chart, it traded, is this the right day? Right there. There's the right day. So pre-market, it traded 3.7 million plus 7.7, which is 9.5 million. Traded 10.5 million pre-market on the day it ran. Traded 670,000, and then it traded 4,740,000. So traded 5 million. It didn't though. I know it didn't because I was watching it. Now it might have traded 2 million, 3 million. I mean, I'm not going to argue against the numbers. Obviously, it traded 5 million here, and it traded like 11 million here. So it traded. I thought it was much less, but it traded half the volume. So if half the volume's gone at the same time period as the other day, that means half the interest is gone. And if half the interest is gone, and 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, half the interest is gone, and the stock's opening in the 11s, and all these people are underwater, half the interest is gone. What's going to happen? People are going to think no one cares about this anymore. Better sell. Tell by the tape. You don't just need to look at volume, but if you look at the tape here, tape rips, consolidates, rips, but it really rips here. But if you look on a 1 minute, yeah, this push, and then it couldn't push anymore. You couldn't get this big rip like what you got here. This is fumbly dumbly action. At the end of the close, it started dwindling, and then so I got short at only. So the way I manage risk is, the question is, I add into winners. So I took 100 shares, and I was like, I'm going to cut it if it pops up. Like I took 50 shares, and I thought I'll take 50 shares, and if it starts popping up to the 12s at 11.40, if I lose $1 a share, I'll just cut it, and I'll reevaluate. Because that's what I take paper cut losses with no size. But if it does what I think it, because it's got half the volume, half the float are underwater, then I'll add into a winner. So at 11.40, I'm thinking, right, I'm up $50, add another 50 shares. Then I'm like, right, it's down to 10.60 now, add another 100 shares into pops, like it pop at around 11. And then I'm only ever up $100 or $150, but I'm getting me position size in. Then it drops again through a key level. So I start shorting into this VWAP another 100 shares, and then it drops again. And I just keep on. I remember covering on this double bottom as it picked up. And I remember thinking, all right, get out at 10, it's holding a bit. Come back up, started shortening again. And then here, when you got this I went just full size at the open because I was like, this push was on 400,000 volume, which is not very much. For a stock I run, it should be trading 1 million if it's going to go parabolic. Everyone's underwater. It's downtrend. It's out for everything pretty much for 300, and then I shorted about 400, and then when this red candle failed as well at resistance at VWAP, shorted the rest, and I was covering short and pops. No, wait, is this covered? Shorted a little bit, yeah. Covered. I got the last 7 the 9s, went down to the 8s. I felt like a divvy, but then it came all the way back up. Tim Grattani got this short again, same move as mine, but different time, and Tim Grattani shorted this all the way back down as well. So basically, I'm risk by averaging it. What's up, Scotty? Good to see you again. Good to see you, bro. Bootcamp trade. Hey, mate, what do you look for on these breakouts? I'll get to that question just in a bit because I'm going to go through the Excel that I'm tracking. Would you recommend using leverage? Probably the only person in the market that does. Yeah, dude. I think leverage is good because I'll trade with a $600 account. I'll trade with a $600 account, but I'll use leverage. And then if I blow up me 600, I just add another 600. But if I use leverage, if you know what you're doing, use leverage. Because with a $600 account, I turn it into $5 grand. But if you don't know, and then if you lose, you just add another 500-600. So I don't think it's fun if you know what you're doing. NURO is more like a midday pick. What's NURO again? NURO's not a midday pick. NURO's totally manipulated. It's going to do an offering tomorrow and go back to the 2s or 1s. I just don't fuck with shit like that. You could short that, but I can't hold overnight with borrows. Otherwise, I'd start probably shorting that. NURO, it says, man. It says. Oh, how is it a short squeeze? Let's have a look. All right, maybe it's a short squeeze, but I mean, maybe I'm more cynical because I know they've got a 4415B form. So, yeah, okay, I'll take that. But I'm just quite cynical. But I agree with you. I agree with you guys. Fine, it's a squeeze. My bad. It's important to admit when you're wrong as well. It's important to admit when you're wrong. But yeah, it's a dead low float. Sorry, guys. You guys are hammering us on NURO. Lots of nothing stocks up. Ash, what up? When to buy from? Scott, love it. Yeah, steady trade. That's why we're watching Bring on the Teaching. Good lad. I'm not seeing many tickers, but I think it's because there's not many to trade, eh? Oh my God, you are the same as me, man. I have the exact same situation as you, bro. I'm almost. Yeah, but I'm not down 20K now, though. I'm in profit now, but I was down 20K and I've made it back in more. How has the Excel? Yeah, I'll go through Excel in a sec. We're nearly through. Hey, Jeevan Stonson. That's when I can tell it's a YouTube follower because they know my name really well. When a stock doesn't offer in, if you long, get out as fast as you can. If you're short, you've made loads of money. It's not about when a stock doesn't offer in. It's about knowing if it might do an offering, because if you're short, you want it to do an offering because you'll get loads of money. So when it doesn't offer, it dilutes the float and it sells loads of shares into it. And so there's too much down pressure, which forces the price down. And everyone gets out. So it's more about guessing if they're going to do an offering. So you've got to think, do they have cash? Is there a 42415B and then an effect form in the filings? That's it. I think he means he's been green on demo mode for. Yeah, okay, fair play. But guys, I encourage everyone, it's just my way of trading. Learn to trade with real money. There's many brokers with zero commissions. Commissions used to be a few $100s, and now it's zero. Just trade with $100 account. It has to feel real. You have to get used to the nerves. Like, I'll never forget, my first trades, I was shaking. My heart was thundering, I was sweating, and I was literally shaking. Like, I had to like cover my eyes in the initial trades. And this was with just, I had a $700 account, and I was flashing up and down 10 or 15, and I was like, oh my God, I'm on $40. Oh my God, it's 30 real pounds in England. And I was so nervous, when that's so much more. Don't worry about the money. Like I say, I took 750 today, and I'll wake up tomorrow glad. But it's more like, me thought is not let's celebrate. Me thought is like, how do I protect this? How do I protect this gain and keep going forward? It's not a celebration. It's like, how do I protect this? How do I really value this money that I've made? So, but you'll just trade small, because you've got to get used to the emotional side. Discipline is 60%. The technicals is 40. Cody, gold. Dun 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 dun. You guys, when I go through the Excel, I used to charge people for this. I'm doing it for free. You will find gold when I go through the Excel. BMRA. Let's go. Oh, guys, by the way, I'm not really focused on new runners. So if anything pops, if anything breaks, I've got a lot of alerts for stuff, but just tell us. So BMRA, we're going to go back in history, right, to do this. And we're going to talk about it. So this is like the best kind of, it's not the best kind of breakout you can ever get, because buy them off levels. The breakout level here is like 363, and it ran all the way up to like the sixes when it started, with 32 million, low float, high volume, rotated its float a bunch of times. Know how you can buy this. Let's look at the chart though. Yeah, like, so it was doing nothing, and then it just exploded. Like, I don't know how you can buy this. I don't know how you can catch this. Intraday breaks. I'm a fan of buying multi-week, multi-month breaks. So I think intraday aren't strong enough breaks unless you've got, like, no matter what, like, even if the catalyst is good and the volume's high and the float's low. I'm good at short. I'm very bad at longing. So if I'm long, I have to fucking be long the best setup possible. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I'll show you the charts on the Excel. I don't long anything. I long the best, because I'm so bad at it that I have to make money by doing the best. So BMRA rips out of nowhere, gives it all back. So it's choppy as fuck. High volume, low float. You don't know where you are. I'll tell you what, you have got a breakout here. Got a breakout in the 924s. That's a multi-day breakout if it goes higher, which it does, and then it holds at its highs. But this could gap down the next day. It could run the next day. I haven't checked the news, but it's a biotech. I can see BioAmerica company. So it's not. I'd not be comfortable long or short on this. It's not a trade. Then the next day washes heavily. Yeah, dude, it's and then we're up to date. So, I mean, if anything, it's been a good short, because it could have popped. It's on a multi-day breakout. It's on. No, sorry, I'm looking at back here. Sorry. But this is particularly interesting. I can't go back far enough to see this. I thought I was looking at that. Yeah, it's a former runner. It's not a break. It's not a breakout though. The breakout level now is yeah. Always look at the daily for your breakout levels. So you might get a bit of a breakout there, dude. So you've got, yeah, but it's not that. Breakout is 920. Yeah, tried 920 and failed. So what was the question? BMRA? It's a fucking. So with this kind of stock, you know, it's gapped, came back down, failed. You've got the breakout level. The breakout level now is can't even. I don't even really. I mean, that's the nearest level with volumes. It's got a bit of volume, yeah. But then you've got resistance here, so it's not a long because you've got high volume resistance just above this level. So you've got the 970s, and then you've got a higher level in the 1080s. So it's definitely not long. All it can really be is a short. And I think, yeah, it's a short. If you don't see much of a push at the open, it's a nice short, because maybe a short 940s, but then I don't like chasing stuff down. It's not my setup. I took it, and you're only getting 2%, so what's the point? It's only up. How much is this up? From 7, it's up 20, 30%. It's not volatile enough, so it's a no-go for me. The alerts box, so on stocks to trade, you just right-click, add alert. Sorry, and when it hits the price, you take it. Like watching you, keep it up. I like champagne. Lockdown. By the way, in Dubai, we're fully locked down. It's terrible. Thanks, Vaughn. Fan. Bootcamp, studying so many different things gets you so far. Again, I can show you my Excel. Studying so many different things gets you so far. At what point does it come together? It's weird because if I think about my journey, I remember watching Trader Checklist by Tim Sykes, thinking, and I was about 3 or 4 months in, and I'd struggled for 3 or 4 months, thinking, I get the concept of penny stocks, but I don't get it. And then I watched Trader Checklist, and I was like, oh wow, it's like the volume's important, and then the float's important, and then the news is important, and then like how the chart looks, is it going up or is it going down is important. And then I was like, does it run multi-days or does it fail at certain levels? And then I got that, and then I went to Italy and met Roland Wolf with Tim Sykes. And Roland was like, oh, it's all support and resistance. And it's all managing risk reward against support and resistance. And I was like, wow, shit, it's like support and resistance. So I thought, I've got it, so basically step 1, I knew all of the variables, and I knew how they worked, and I knew how they were weighted in importance. And then I started looking at all charts, thinking, oh, what variable is more important where? Then I spoke to Roland, and I was like, support and resistance and risk and reward. And I started seeing support and resistance all on the chart, and volume weighted support and resistance when I watched Duck's DVD. And that was like another wave of learning. And then I started watching Gritani's webinars, and I was like, fuck. You trade like this pattern, and then I learned that you needed to trade patterns, and I was like, you trade. Like this is an overextended gap down. This is a gap and crap. This is a multi-month breakout. These all fall into patterns, and you master patterns. So that was like the 4th breakthrough, and then I had like 3 breakthroughs or 4 breakthroughs with discipline. But like me learning breakthroughs were then 5, and then obviously I was like, and then I had to master my risk reward. So I was like risking 500 to make 200. And then I was like, oh, this is wrong. I need to fix my entries on specific setups, like overextend gap down, gap and crap, multi-month breakout. And then I was like, and then I started being 1-to-1 on my risk reward. And then I started being 2-to-1 on my risk reward. And then I started recognizing I'm only going to play the best setups, and I'm only going to play them small, and I'm going to add into a winner. And now I'm up 6 grand, and I've never been down more than $39. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, this month, I've never been down more than $39 on a trade, and I've made 6 grand. Because I know the best setups, I know the best entries, and I know how to manage my risk reward. And that's not to say I'll take all a loss, because I'll get pissed off with it. I'll get pissed off with the trade. All the rules go out the window, and I'll do something stupid. I'm perfect, but it's just to say I know precisely how to. But that's not to say I'll not lose my head. Like Bertani's the genius of all geniuses, and he's had like 6 six-figure losses. He lost 300,000 on Lig a few years back. We all do it, and I don't say we all as in I'm in that class. I'm not maybe an intermediate. But I do a lot of meditation. I really, like I'll drink now, so I'll not take a trade of any volume. I meditate profusely. I run. I do everything to keep me head clear. I'll drink, but I'll not trade. I'll not trade size. SMMT will be a good overextended gap down. This guy sounds a bit like he knows what he's doing. He might know a lot what he's doing. Let's take a look. But yeah, AMRA is a good short probably. But yeah, but it didn't have the risk reward because it just collapsed at the open. Yeah, I mean, it's very good call. Very good call. Pros. I mean, the thing that I don't like about this, looked like it was really. If that got overextended, it could have been a bit of a short. But yeah, I mean, it is. You're right. I don't like that it's at 52-week highs. I don't like it's continuously breaking out. I don't like that it's like a gap fill with no resistance till 12. But again, if you want to talk about breakouts and what big volume compared to previous volume, 52-week highs. I mean, no wonder this is ran. I'm sad I missed it. Big volume compared to previous volume. The reason I missed it is because the volume's tiny. Like, I don't trade stuff with 600. It's traded $1 million a day, but previously it trades only 600,000. But if the volume was higher, it would be more kind of stock, my kind of stock. And the way it trades is really nice. So if we just go back to the breakout level, apart from the breakout, apart from the volume, this is like as good a chart as you can get. Like, these days are horrible. But anyway, so this line that I've got here comes from the 13th of March, so it's a multi-month breakout. It pushes this break. This was higher volume. If this was higher volume, it's consolidated all afternoon. You buy this breakout in the 316s. Then the next day, gaps up to the 330s, runs all day to the 470s. It's a textbook, absolute, perfect breakout. No above resistance. It consolidates all the afternoon before on the level, so you've got a lot of consolidation to buy off, risk off. And then it runs on record volume. Problem is for me, the volume is not there. I can't trade a liquid stocks like that. NVIV moving. How the fuck am I like it? Oh shit! This was. No, it's not. I thought this was the cancer stock. Looks like it. Is it? No, it's not. What was the cancer stock? Yeah, PIV's got volume. It's a gap fill for sure. For it to be a proper breakout, it needs to break out 221, right? If I just look at that last level, I can't get any. Can I get any closer? 221. So let's look at 221 is the breakout. It's at 224. We're at a good time. It's running in sympathy to some other stocks. It's choppy like. It's not broke out yet though. It's around the breakout level, right? So if we look at 224. Have a look at the news. Not a bad chart at all. Not a bad chart at all. Fucking hell. Let's try and understand what's happening. Cash doesn't have any revenue, but it's losing less earnings than previously. Don't like seeing public offerings, mate. Therapeutics. Sorry, you guys can't see this. One sec. Let's do it. Sorry, I've been looking at stuff, and I've been looking at shit. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize, so I've been looking at Yahoo and talking about it, and you haven't seen it. Does this work? Okay. So the public offering I don't like. It means they've recently raised money, so maybe they don't have to. I don't see why it's up on Yahoo Finance. It loses money. do we know what the market cap is? NV. Bloomberg. This is a tip I got from me. If you go on Bloomberg and type NV, these give you the most recent market cap. Wow. Shares outstanding is 590,000. The float. So this is a really small float with high volume. But does anyone know why it's up? See what this is? It's up with some other stocks. It's a biotech, right? Yeah. It's just done its offering, so it shouldn't do another one. There's the 4241 being the 9. So it did its offer. So obviously, it probably did its offering, and yeah, and that's what. I don't know. Maybe there's more shares to dilute. I don't know. And that double top got slammed hard. It's not. It's all right, but it's not really for me. But good luck if you get it. SPCE. Yeah, it's the breakout's not on any significant volume, and it's on a big downtrend. And I don't want to buy anything to do with Virgin after it's UK Airlines going to go bankrupt. You've got the breakout, but the volume's not significant, so it's not for me. NCLH. Guys, why do you send this fucking rubbish stuff? Sorry to say that. Guys, you've got to look at the volume. Like, one, this chart's fucking terrible. It's a cruiser line, and obviously there's no. If you go on a cruiser line, you get fucking coronavirus. So cruiser lines have smashed down. Coronavirus is still really prevalent. This stock's mid-range. It's not high. It's not low, and the volume's not significant. So it's not bad chart, brother. Don't look at stuff like that. What's your favorite setup? Gap and crap, always has been. If you watch me YouTube videos, you'll see endless pages of them. You used to drink a lot while trading. Do you still do that? And now I'm pretty sober these days because if I keep on doing well, I can trade for a living. So I try and treat it like more of a job now. I'm only drinking now because we're doing this live stream, and I haven't drank for 5 days. Really love your support in the community. Thanks a lot. Peace, brother. Thoughts on IMMP? I'm going to get a beer and I'm going to tell you. The girl I'm talking to is sending us pictures of her boobs. That's crazy. It's very hot. Don't me no. I'm on live stream though. You guys can't see this, I don't think. I think you can only see me right screen. Yeah, NCLH, I don't think you deserve. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a dick to you, but you don't deserve it to look at the other one after such a bad one. IMMP. Yeah, I was looking at this already. IMMP is definitely a breakout. Yeah, this is the one that I was thinking about going long on. I was thinking about going long on this before. I actually have an alert. So basically, this is the stock that's it's related to breast cancer. It's got brilliant volume. It's overcame an even higher volume resistance level, although they'll probably match at the end of the day. But when it breaks a volume resistance level like this, and it's cancer, and it's got news, and this chart doesn't matter because the volume's higher than ever before, I think it's talking about it's going to release details at a conference. It's holding viewer. Basically, if this pops the 110s and shows signs of running, I'll try it. 3 months breakout off. Nah, that's the thing though. The ones. I don't really want to like the breakouts here. I don't really want to buy it here. So I don't like if I like that's the problem with this one. Like honestly, there's a problem with everyone, with everything. And when you find the stock that doesn't have a problem, then you buy it. The problem with this is the breakout's at 1, so you need to risk probably 96, 97. The stock's at 108, so I have to risk like 5 or 6%, which is okay for the chance of it to run to the. Yeah, I mean it's okay. I think it's okay. I'm scared personally because I would have liked to had it 103s because the breakout's 1, so I'd love to be buying these dips in the 103s. It probably will hold our run into the close. It should try and gap up tomorrow. But my risk reward's not very good because if I'm risking 97, 98, I'm risking like 10 cents on a $1 stock. It's a good stock. It's just not a good enough risk reward for a multi-month breakout. But saying that, my guess, if anything, if you put a gun to me head, it'll go higher, not lower. Yeah. Was your cancer stock? IMMP, yeah. I like that you guys try and remind us of stuff because I forget. MEIP, that doesn't sound like a ticker I'm familiar with. Yeah, it's a good short. I mean, it looks like a good short. Let's look at the history. It's not a good short because it's not done this before. Normally, if it's a good short, you'll see gap downs like this before, like NVCN. Volume's quite high. It held all day. It looked like it was going to run. It's a bit of a risky one, but it worked this time. I wouldn't say it was a great one. NV's a recent reverse split, which means it's float slower, I guess. Let's look at APT and see how it is, and then if it's let's look at the first two because I know people have been talking about CODX. Oh man, no. APT is 8 million float. History of running multiple days. It's not got significant volume to break out of this channel. It's mid-range because it's not a short. It's definitely not a long. The way to look at this is if it breaks out of this channel with volume, you might get a bit of a long of a push. But that's how you play higher stocks mainly. It's not how you play lower stocks. Let's look at CODX as well. I'll give you that one. Have a quick look. God, I must be Yes. How mad is that? How mad is that? How mad is that? So look, just what I was saying about APT. It's so fucking fascinating. Do you know how? So this is the exact, like I've seen channel breaks. It's mad what happens when you, fuck, I'm so glad I caught this on live stream. So I was talking about on a daily, do you know how like on intraday you get these wedges in these intraday, you get wedges in ascending triangles and descending triangles. So, oops, sorry. So obviously on APT, you've got this descending triangle. And what I just said, and you can rewind it, is if it breaks out of this channel, it's broke out. Like when an intraday channel breaks, it breaks out, but it's stronger on a daily because they mean more. So if it breaks out of this channel, I was like, it'll probably push. And then when you go to CODX, it's the exact pattern that I was talking about. So check this out. See, like, and look, I've mapped the daily because I watched this pattern. It's the same pattern as APT. If it breaks this channel, it should push off. So it broke from this. So this was the previous low. Now the new low is like the 8s, but that's higher stock price technical analysis. You can do it with a splits generally higher. Fans just send in the shit sign. And NURO I've already talked about. I said it was manipulated. Everyone else said it was a short squeeze because it's a low float. I'm dead cynical, so I don't know what I believe. It's probably a short squeeze and I'm wrong. IMMP bad sushi. Nah, dude, that's the thing. Well done for watching the Trader Checklist DVD, which is where you've got the bad sushi analysis from some Tim Sykes thing. But when it's got this volume, it can reclaim the 2s. But I'm not sure if it's done an offering recently on it, which made us scared of it. But yeah, it is bad sushi. But you're right, it's bad sushi. So bad sushi is bearish. Multi-month, multi-day breakouts, bullish. High volumes, bullish. Terrible charts, downtrending is bearish. Mixed signals is a no-go. Favorite long setup, I'll go to the Excel. I said I was going to do an hour, but I'll do more. Would you recommend smoking weed instead of drinking while trading? I've never tried smoking weed while trading, but I've drank while trading, and I've had some good wins trading drunk. I don't think it affects you that much. I think when you're at the open, you should be sharp and you should be sober. I think the first, when you do this, you should be sober and sharp. But I think for the last 2 hours of the trading day, like 2 to 4, if you've got your plan and you just need to stick to it, I've not had too much of a problem drinking, as long as I'm not paralytic and falling asleep. Gatlin craps. I've got, dude, I don't have any right now because I haven't traded one in a while. But if you check, if you check my YouTube channel, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of examples. It is nailing Gatlin crap after Gatlin crap after Gatlin crap. Do you have any overnight? No. All right, so now let's look at some Excels. Maybe we can find, I don't have, okay, so this Excel, basically, it's a brand new one. I don't have my Gatlin crap one. Oh, it's a different one. I wonder if I can find it. This might be it. So this is how I learned how to short. That's personal information. Okay, so when I learned how to short, it's StreamYard hide. So what I did is, I can't remember this because I haven't looked at it for so long, but this is my old one. So yeah, so this has not got as many tickers as it used to, but I first started tracking, you guys can see this, yeah. I started tracking every stock that gapped up more than 20%. And I looked at what was its previous price, what was its highest point pre-market, because that's the gap up. And then I started tracking all the stocks that gapped up and how much they gapped up. And then I started tracking like how much did they decline from the highest point that they gapped up. And then what did they open at? What did they do in the first 3 minutes of the day? What percentage change was that? What did they do in the first 10 minutes? What was the percentage change? What was the 30 minutes? What was the percentage change? And what did it cause that? And I found that. And then what I did is I started tracking float volume, float versus volume, sector, catalyst. Does it have a history of gap up and failing? Is the long-term chart good or bad? And I started tracking stocks in terms of a pattern. Does it just gap and give it all back? Meaning, does it gap and give more than, I think it was 10% of its gains back? Does it gap and hold, which means it's like within 5%? Or does it gap and go, which means it gaps and then it pushes more than 10%? And then from there, I started analyzing, and this is going to be confusing for people hearing it for the first time, started analyzing all the data. And in general, stocks that gap up, and I'd only tracked 29 at the time. No, I'd only tracked 50 at the time. How many stocks that gap up more than 20% just fall down? And the answer is 58% do. And about 28% hold and about 40% go. And then from that, I thought, well, if 28% hold, but they don't go more than 10%, what if I just short stocks that into the open? What if I short stocks into an 8% spike? And then if it goes more than 10, which makes it a gap and go, I cut it. That would mean that if 58% fail and 28% hold, if I short into a spike at the open, my win ratio is going to be 58 plus 28, which is 68, 78. It's like 85%. If I shorten 8% spike at the open, it's 84%. And then I started thinking, well, what are the outliers? And I started seeing low float, high volume, sector leaders, cancer news, multi-year highs. And then you can wean this down even more. So this is what it, and then I really started like analyze the fuck out of everything. And I basically like, and now I don't even look at the stats because I'm so fucking, it's like a language in my head that I know how every gap and crap's gonna perform. And I haven't seen many in a while. I mean, we saw some today, but they don't fit the proper criteria that I look for. Like if the gap and crap fits me criteria, I'll hammer it. Because I know everywhere that every gap and crap performs because I've tracked all the data and looked at them for 3 years, 4 years. And if a gap and crap does something I don't expect, I'll just get out because I'm like, this is not doing normal stuff. But most of them do all the normal stuff. Yeah, I take gap and crap loads. But what I want to get onto is the breakouts. So I've just started trading breakouts, multi-day breakouts. So so I'm doing what I did for gap and craps, and in 3 years I'll be like nailing the. Wait, sorry, let us go back to the screen. Yeah. So I've just started doing what I was doing with gap and craps, like getting obsessed, but I'm getting obsessed with multi-month, multi-day, multi-week breakouts. That's the new pattern. But so I don't have much data. I've only got 13. But to create an Excel, you've got your number, ticker, data was up, breakout level. What did the breakout top at? How much was the gain? So like, it's already the results are fascinating. What was the volume that it traded on the day? What was the float of the stock? What was the ratio of the volume compared to the float? So APRN on the 16th of March traded its float 150% because the volume was 18 million. Float was 12, which means traded at 1.5 times over. Whereas NLS, volume 7 million, the float's 27 million. It only traded 25% of the float. But first of all, let's just go into the criteria. The criteria that I look for is a breakout of 3 or more days. So it has to break out of a 3-day channel for it to be a multi-day, multi-week, multi-month. The volume has to be more than 5 million because I'm not into liquid stocks. The stock has to be more than $1 because the broker that I trade with right now, and I'll change, but the broker that I trade with doesn't really, he's not friendly to these costs. Just checking how many people are in because I'm giving good information. The float should be less than 50 million because stocks with high floats don't tend to be volatile and move, especially not penny stocks. This is subjective, but the stock must be within a few percent of the initial breakout level, 1 to 3%, or I won't. It's not classed in the criteria. So if the stock gaps up big and then runs like a gap and go, I don't class that as a breakout because I never had an opportunity to buy it from the breakout level. It's more stocks that push to the breakout level, consolidate, and then push in the afternoon, like 11, 12, 1, 2. It should have no, what does this say? No major, yeah, this is very important. Have no major volume resistance in sight, because if you have a major volume resistance above the breakout level, then it's got resistance it can stop. Volume must be significantly more than average trading volume, which is when I was saying earlier today, saying I would buy this stock, but I wouldn't buy that stock because they've both got the same volume, but one volume's significantly higher than what it's previously traded. And yeah, I must be buying between 10 and 315. And then I categorize the patterns into names. So I've got a MD, multi-day low volume breakout is less than 50% float rotation. And if you need to know more about that, just Google it or ask us. MD, multi-day medium volume is 50 to 100% float rotation. Multi-day high volume is more than 100% float rotation. And I'm doing the same thing with the gap and craps. I'm categorizing them to see the percentage that they run so I can have faith in what works, what doesn't. MD is multi-day, MM is multi-month, and MY is multi-year. So, I mean, I've tracked only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I've tracked 8 stocks that fit the criteria that I'm looking for, and only 2 have failed. But the best one was APRN. Let's just quickly show you guys APRN. So APRN is probably the best multi-breakout I've seen. And this was back here. I'll just show you one because I don't want to go on about it too much. So if we go back to the past, what day am I tracking from on the Excel? Let's have a look. 16th of March. So this is how insane it is. Oh, I'm mixing up cans. So on the 16th of March, don't think about the future, think about the 16th of March. APRN broke with unprecedented volume. It broke above a multi-day level, more than 3 days. It actually broke over 5 days with significant volume. The volume is normally like a couple of 100,000 or 2 million. Broke with 19 million. It broke this key level on the daily, the most recent one, at 360. Is that what I checked? At 298. So I'm more playing, if it's a multi-day, it's 3 days or more, so I'm more playing kind of this level. But we're gonna look at both of them and see which one's best. I think you can play off both. So we're looking at what? 360 and 280. Da. 16th. This is the 16th, yeah. So 360 and 280. So here is 280. Here is 360. So you can kind of play off two levels, but the point is, it's a multi-month breakout for the first time. And you're thinking, all right, so this stock is just broke out, and you've also got this wedge here, right? Got this wedge, and then it's broke out of this wedge, which was just like CODX and APT that we're just talking about. It's broke out of this wedge. So what are some key levels? Well, it's topped out here a few times, and then if it didn't top out here, it topped out here. So you can buy it off either level. So APRN ripped up out of nowhere, and you're thinking, all right, I can't chase it up here because I'm not going to chase a stock. It's blown up out of nowhere. So what's the most respectable level I can buy it off? 360 or 280. So it rips up and it comes down. Now, I don't like this because it's like a bit scary. Pops back up, double bottoms. You've got a kind of double bottom here. I think, oh, again, I don't like this. I wouldn't buy it. It's not enough consolidation. Then it comes up, comes down, consolidates again, starts holding this 280 level. Now, this is the most important part. You've got 20 minutes of consolidation here, then it pops up. So I think, all right, look, it's bottomed here, it's bottomed here, it's bottomed here, it's holding. I'll take it if it starts pushing. Buy 290, you're risking off 280. Then you boom, you've got your 360 level. 360 level, if you haven't got in, it's consolidated at 360. It's a key level. It's got this support as well. You buy it off the 360 level or the 280 level. Pushes, holds the 360 level again. Gives back. I think if you bought it at 360, you'd be giving up. If you bought it at the 280 level, you're still in. And then the rest is history. It rips, comes up, and then it runs. So nothing is straightforward. Nothing's perfect, but you've got to experience some chop. Fucking hell. But look at what happened if you bought that breakout. It went from the 360s to the 25s. So sometimes you've got to just use the breakout levels as a point of reference of. Trust that it's trading 50 million on a 12 million float. Trust that it's breaking out of a channel and let it run. I don't know what else to say. Let's get questions. Why didn't BRQS keep up even though there was good news? BRQS. Know how well I explain that? BRQS didn't hold up, even though it had good news, because A, doesn't trade any volume ever. I mean, I know this is breakout volume, but like history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So like the news is just one catalyst, and it's not. It's just one of like 9 catalysts, one of 9 indicators. So it pushed, give it all back, and went red. So like the next time it pushes and gives it all back, what do you think it's going to do? Its history is going to repeat. AMC, the volume's not good enough. I'm not even consider trading. AMC is a terrible downtrend in charts. It's about to make new lows. But I don't like chasing something when it's already down so much, and I don't really like chasing such low floats. I mean high floats, so it's not for me. AYTU is running. Still up. It's not running, it's up 12%. It's definitely not running. Florin, AYTU is not running. Nothing up 12% is running. Stuff up like 50% is running. I'm on a month, 1 sec. Wow, AYT. What the? It's running, but it's not volatile. It's not really running. Running is going from 60 to 2. This is up 10%, but it looks like a lot because it hasn't been volatile in a while. This has went from 140 to 160. This is not running. It's moved 10%. Looks good, but it's not running. And it's got resistance everywhere in the. It's got resistance everywhere, and it's all volume heavy resistance, so it's not worth looking at. Bram, I'll always give you time of day. Tombstone, look at BRQ's daily chart closed. It closed green on the day, but it gave back more than half of the spike. Yeah, exactly. What's your watch list for tomorrow? I'll have to get a beer to tell you about that. Over 50 and I'm getting drunk. Yes. I'm in there. These cans are not getting cold enough at all. I love it when I do bad things like get drunk and the followers only get higher. So I'm pleased because I was worried about doing these live streams. I've been a bit sporadic on them. But every time I put a live stream, you guys all come in eventually. So as long as I'm having 50 plus members, it's super cool for me. Watch list for tomorrow. I don't really have one, mate, honestly. Like these are the gainers that I'm looking at. So like GME. This is a fucking 57 million float. It's got resistance everywhere. Like this is maybe a short, but it's GameStop, and probably people are playing games in Corona. So it's like there's like it's gradually gone up though. Like I'm fucking deleting this. I don't want to look at it. Not GME. Like when stocks gradually go up, there's too many resistance levels. MMP, I love this like gap and fill. This is the one we're watching for the break, isn't it? Again, it's the third time we've come and I forgot. The float's high. The volume's not high enough to match the float. Yeah, it's IMMP's nothing. I don't have anything. NLS was me long. It's now red. I don't know. I think that'll consolidate probably. and become a liquid. It's already liquid. It's traded 2 million on the day. NLS can just be deleted. And NURO we've already talked about. It's like a low flow and it's squeezed, like, but then it's give it all back. So I mean, what? You can't go long this because it's fucking. You can't go short it. Whoever went short on the 6th level is very well done. It topped out the resistance, but that's not a good resistance level because it's not volume weighted. Wicks. I wonder how far Wicks has declined. Yeah, there's not a lot, eh? In fact, there's nothing. And normally when I start running out of stocks, it's a sign that the market's slowing down. Wicks is having a little bounce. God knows what's going to happen. ARTL, I think I've looked at all of these. Like, if anything, I'd short NVCM because I hate it. It's shit. Went long at once when I was still learning. NVCM's down too much to short. It's down shitload. Guys, the market's fucking terrible. Like, you'd never think that like I'd had such a day because the market's so bad. NURO is it's just a short squeeze without news. Apparently, no, it's not. Apparently, it is. I just can't concede defeat. It's just no trade. It's not. It's a terrible long, and it's terrible. It's the short's already done. Smash the likes. Aye, guys, hit subscribe, hit like. You might notice that my channel's different because it was with my work email address, not to change it. 3 cans down, feeling strong. Mini cans. I don't know what that means. Keep the live streams going, bud. This is awesome. You're one of the best to learn from. This might be some ego, but I genuinely think I am one of the best. Like, I don't have the technical knowledge that like Tim Grattani has, or even Mark Crook, and I haven't made the money they've made, but I've watched them all and I've picked up the things that you need to learn, and then I've implemented them, and now I'm doing them and teaching them. And I don't cost loads of money, so like that's a bonus as well. In fact, I don't cost any money because I have one fucking mission to leave the world better than I, just to help people, like just to help people give back. It's fucking so important. How much do you rely on VWAP? I use it as the same. I use it with the same weight as support and resistance. So if there's a medium to high volume, not as much. If there's a high volume level of support or resistance, that weighs more than VWAP. But underneath that is, in terms of importance, you've got VWAP. But VWAP's like an intraday support and resistance level. If you're above VWAP, longs are in control. If you're below VWAP, shorts are in control. That's basically it. Never. I am the Oracle, and when I'm not, I watch Matrix. Thanks, very helpful. Guys, if questions, I've gone through all of the stocks. I've gone through the Excel. If you want to keep this going, you have to ask questions, or we can end it. But I enjoy helping you and getting drunk. And yeah, that's a very important thing. I remember I was watching this webinar the other day, and someone was saying that if you were in the pit back in the day and you lost 100 grand and blew up, some other traders would all pull together and lend you another 100 grand to keep trading. And they would say, well, why would we give you a competition 100 grand? And they said, because he's not with competition, he's like part of the club. Our competition is like taking money off all the new people, which I guess is a lot of you and to a degree me. All the best people team together, and it's like they've become a club to like, we'll all stick together and help each other, and everyone else who tries can fuck off and lose. Which makes it so difficult as a new trader to get in. But with the education services, like the challenge has got Tim Grattani webinars, Investors Underground, I've never been a part of, I really want to be. Stocks to Trade Pro, I learned a lot from. Steady Trade, the podcast, obviously I'm part of. Guys, you guys just fired loads of questions when I was saying I was done. It's so nice that you want to keep the party going. Warrior trading, and I won't say anything negative about it because I don't want to slam anyone. I'm very much good love and good vibes and good energy these days. But Warrior trading is the strategy that I most find difficult to get my head around, and I think it must be even considerably more difficult for new traders because is it more experience? I've been 3 years in the game now, watching the market every day, and I can see to a degree what he's doing. But I think you've got to be. I'm not saying he's doing anything bad, but I just think as a new trader, the strategy is almost impossible to learn. And that's why Stocks to Trade Pro teach very safe methods. That's why Tim Sykes teaches very basic methods. But then you get Brittany and Crook who teach more advanced stuff. Not vouching for the challenge. I don't want to fucking promote anyone. I just want to promote free learning. So let's keep going. Yeah, it's cool. How do you know when to get out of a trade? You should have a plan before going in a trade, King. I don't always have a plan. Like my plan changes all the time. Like, so there's 2 ways you learn. When you first learn, when you first make a trade, you say, this is the buy price if I'm long, this is my risk. If it breaks the risk, I'm out. Or if you go short, you say, this is the resistance, this breaks the resistance, I'm out. If it's over and under that number. And that's when you support a resistance breaks or your predefined important entry level breaks, you're out. Now, as you get more experience, and what I've come to learn is a trade can manifest in different ways throughout the day. But if you know the setup well enough, you can work out how it's going to manifest and which direction it's going to take. And if that's the case, you'll size into a trade or out of a trade appropriately. So I will watch a trade with a very small starter, and then I will change the plan depending on the 4 or 5 different routes that it manifests. And then say 9:20, 9:25 when volume's going to come, I'll think, right, what's my plan for the open? And I'll think if it pushes but it doesn't too hard, I'll short into it. Or if the candle looks like it's going to fail, I'll short into it. And then if it doesn't fail, I'm out. So you can play resistance levels or you can play situational, but it's more advanced. If you're more basic, just play off support and resistance. How do you research a company? I'm not very good at it. I'm really not very good at it. I just go on finance.yahoo.com, and then I look on SEC filings. I look for 42415B. If they've got that, you can click on them. There's websites for SEC filings. Just Google it. Or ask someone else will know. I use Stocks to Trade to get the SEC filings, so I don't know where to go. But if you go on SEC filings and it says ATM at the market offering dilution, and there's an effect form, it means that the stock's going to go down. But I don't look. I need to get better at that. But I've got so used to playing the chart and playing the patterns and playing the volume that I'm so used to playing price action that I just know if I see 42145B and the chart drops, I'm like, all right, the dilution's going on. But I'm not precise at it. I'm not as good as I should be. I'd put it that way. Let's have a look. The risk reward's not there on IMMP. And I can't imagine anyone being short this, but you got some idiots who are. It might run. I mean, it's a multi-day breakout. It's held VWAP all day. There's no reason it won't push into the close. And it's got good news. Just like, I don't like I mean, yeah, you might get to the 125s. I don't want to stay on another hour. I might if you are guys asking enough questions. I don't care. If I'm helping people, I don't care. Check out NVIV from my alert before. Yeah, everyone's talking about NVIV in Tim's chat as well, challenge chat. Yeah, no, but the breakout level is here, right? So if it breaks out if it breaks the 236s, oh shit. Yeah, so the way I see this, I see it in 2 ways. I say the volume's amazing. I say this is the gap fill. I think you're on the breakout level now, but it's like this isn't a good sign. Like this drop isn't a good sign, but you're getting good risk reward. But it's still two conflicting indicators. Again, I'm not the perfect person to go long. NVID's going mad in the chat room. Yeah, even Tim Grattani saying, did a chat room just sell us something? Like, no one knows what's going on with NVID. And if I don't know what's going on, I don't really want to buy it. But yeah, everyone in Tim's challenge is watching it as well. I mean, you're getting good risk reward buying off the breakout. You're on VWAP and you're on the breakout level. And it's got high volume. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, I'll put it on the watch list, and then it's one that I'll watch for the future to try and learn from, because honestly, I don't know what to do here. I really don't. I mean, it'll bounce to the 240s probably, but I don't know what to do here. Through all of the adversity, what kept you going to become consistent? The fact that I'd just rather die. I'd rather be dead than fail as a trader. It's the truth. If I don't make it as a trader, I'll just take heroin and be a heroin addict for 20 years. Like, it's a weird one. It's a really weird one, but I was really addicted to poker, and I'm really addicted to trading. And like, I just formulated in my head, if I can be a dead good trader, and I'm only very at the beginning of my journey, but I can be a dead good trader, and I can teach other people from shit backgrounds and shit jobs and shit geographical locations. I'll make a difference in the world, and I don't know a better way to do it, and that's it. So I would go for myself, but I'd go to try and make a contribution to change the world. Maybe I'm doing that in a selfish way to say, by helping people, I feel good, but that's how it is. Ash, how did you find it? How do you deal with the wedge breaking, but next minute it slams down the risk level? It's a good question, and it's difficult to answer, because it's like, it depends on every other variable. So I know that you're saying it's the wedge pattern broke out and then it slammed back down. I don't like to play within those entry levels. I like to play a bigger picture and think, is it a multi-month breakout? Is it high volume, low float? Where's my risk level? Is it in a hot sector? Is the chart going up? Is it going down? What's the news? Is it cancer? I basically don't play off wedges. Will buy off good, strong support and resistance levels, and then I don't care about wedges. A wedge is a sign that it might break out, but I'm okay. Will it break this key daily resistance level that it hasn't broke because it's got 60 million volume 5 days ago and it held? So it's a high volume, strong support level from 4 days ago. So it will not break that. Wedges break all the time, so you can't trust them. You trust that, and that's why you can't buy intraday breakouts. You can, and you might win. I don't know the strategy. You need to buy off multi-day, multi-week, multi-month, high volume support levels, and because you can trust them, and if that breaks, you're fucked. But a wedge, you kind of trust. I'll probably join. Oh, that's what's that guy called? He's the guy who eats Chinese food all the time. Dude, Bram, do us a favor. Join. Like, I shouldn't. Like, I'm a Tim Sykes guy. Join Tim Sykes in the challenge. If you don't want to do that, join Investors Underground. But I don't know enough about my investors club to recommend them. It's not the direction I would personally go. But I'm not favoring Sykes. I'm saying do Investors Underground or Sykes. IMMP cracked as well. I just missed SONN. Got in at 11.16. Hit my risk level. All right. SONN, we haven't talked about today, so that's interesting. And then IV, I was just talking about, you'll get that bounce because shorts are covering. What's the question here? Shit, sorry. Just, Aaron, you need to explain this because I think I don't know if I agree with this trade. It's on today, got in at 11.16. 16, I hit at 10.80 before it spiked this morning. I mean, if you look at the daily in the past, it gaps and fails. So is this not a reverse split? No, it is a reverse split because there's no volume. So basically, Sun's done a reverse split. Correct us if I'm wrong. The community always holds us accountable. Reverse split, held, and then gapped up. You are saying I got in at 11.16. I got at 11.16, hit my risk at 10.80. I mean, dude, a stock that runs and halts and runs and halts and runs and halts. That's a recent reverse split. That was previously a terrible company that gapped and failed all the time and spiked and failed. It's up on COVID news, fair enough, but I mean, this chart just looks like horseshit. You've got a reverse split here. Every time it can't hold its highs, and then here it didn't hold its highs. So you've got like every time it gaps, it fails. Every time it puts in a good performance, it gives it all back. Fair enough, you've got the volume, but is that really a reason to think that you can go long? It's not for me. I know it's just another COVID, which by the way is getting less important as the world fixes itself. Gritani didn't say to sell. He asked if it sold. I'm not sure what that's in relation to. Yeah, no, you're right, Daniel, you're right. No, he said who sold, yeah. No, he didn't say sell. Sorry. He said who sold. He didn't say sell. Sorry, if that didn't come through clear. I'm in agreement with you, Daniel. Yep. Dude, Lucas, the trade I did today with Works is one of Tim Gritani's favorite that I learned from him. This overextended gap down, when it gaps up, when it runs and then gaps down and goes red, that is Tim Gritani's pattern. I stole it from him. It was great, too much information though. Still, guys, everyone who's here, can you just tell me so I learn? Can you just comment too much information or how can we do this? We can say too much information or good amount of information, because maybe I'm going too much and too fast, and I want to gauge where you guys all are as traders. If you could just comment saying too much information, as in like it's too much to learn and it's too high level, because I've been doing it a lot of years, or if you can say it's perfect, so I know where the majority of you are, so I can help. If you can comment, that would help. How much is the SEGS challenge? I think it's 6K or something. I was in it 3 years ago, and then I did the podcast, so I'm still in, but I don't know what the prices are now. MIC used to be from I have a soft spot for Investors Underground and Nate. I've never talked to him, but I really like him. Really like how he trades. Even though I know Nate was short a lot of SOLX or whatever. Don't know how he did that, but he made a profit. Don't know what that means. 6,500. Yeah, okay, the challenge cost, yeah. So guys, I love how you guys are helping each other. It's amazing. Just one more question. How long did it take when everything just clicked? I think it only clicked. I can show you guys. I'll just show you. One sec. I'll talk you through my exact learning curve. I've not up that much. So, I mean, I've got another $700 to add on to this. So I'm up 3, 4, 3, 3, 8. So basically, if you look at the graph, from 2017, in this period, I knew nothing. This was when I was watching like trader checklists and stuff, and then it wasn't really going very, like I was learning, but I wasn't getting it. And then I was watching challenge webinars, and I was learning what Gritani was saying in 2017, and it was fine. it was like I got it and I was like, oh wow, this is cool. I was watching a lot of Mark Croup webinars. I was like, this is cool, but I was still losing. And then saw Rolling Wolf around this time, kept on losing. I was down 3,500. I'm in Dubai, like I get okay money, so I wasn't bothered about throwing 500,000 in here and there. And then here, I started to learn how to short. When I was down 4K, I started, obviously, I started learning in maybe June 2016, so this is June 2017. A year in, I started to get it. And then I learned how to do, and then here I started tracking patterns. So a year in, I started tracking patterns, started tracking gap and crap, which is the Excel that I was just showing you. And I started finding all these findings, and I was like, oh my God, if I just trade this pattern, I can do well. And I turned 4 grand into like 700 or something. I made me 4 grand back that I'd lost in a couple of months because I'd learned one pattern and it kept on happening. So I kept on making money, but I had no risk management or discipline. So I lost it all and more. And then I thought, well, I've done it once, I can do it again. And I did it again. But I had no discipline, and I had a big account. So that was the trouble with this. As I was like learning, I was adding all my savings to this account. So I was with a $600 account here, then 1,000, then 3,000, then 4,000, then 5. And then I was like 15,000 around here because I kept on adding. And then here I got past PDT and I put 25 grand in my account. Then I lost. And then I added loads more in, and then here I got to like 26. I got to about $30,000 through my savings, and there's 1,000 up, and then boom, I lost 12 grand straight away. And I was like, that's terrible. And then I stopped trading for a while, and then I lost more when I came back to 15,000. And then I started trading with a $600 account because I knew the patterns and I knew the technicalities, and I was like, how am I going to do this? And I was just trading dead small. And I just started figuring out, oh, this is where you went wrong with the gap and crap. This is where you went. And then discipline didn't matter because if I blew up a $600 account, it didn't impact as much. It's like I blew it up here and it didn't matter. And then I just figured out the gap and crap strategy. And then I just figured out some other stuff. And then just I figured out overextended gap downs. And then I started doing it over and over and did well. And then I started again with 600, then took a loss and then carried on, and then just... So yeah, from 14,000 down to what will be 3.5. I'll be nearly 8,000 from 14 down. So I'm up about 17 grand or something. So I'm up 17 from my losses basically, and that's how I did it. That's the thought process. And now I'm like getting to the point where I can trade with a bigger account with discipline and still be good because I'm so conscious in a way. It is different for different people. I mean, people did it within a year, like Rolling Wolf did it in a year. Good for him. Dux did it in a year. I did it. I still haven't done it, but I feel like I'm on a better path than ever. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm on a very good path to do it. Like, I mean, making 750 bucks is great. John uses first green day short patterns trading tickets. It doesn't, but Stephen Dux's DVD does. But I didn't get that from Dux. I got that from a bit warrior trading was going long first green day, and I was like, why are you doing this? I always see them fail. And I tried a couple of them that failed, so I started tracking all the data. And then after I'd figured it out, Dux said he did the same pattern. And then I saw his results, and then I was like, oh my God, we're both doing the same thing. But Gratani doesn't really do first green day. No, you're right. Maybe he doesn't ever, in fact. Do you trade every day? Or stay on the sidelines? Definitely don't come out like a retired trader like Tim, because I'm too much of a gambling addict. But what I will do, I only had one loss this month. It's $37 an I got bored that I didn't trade for a couple of days, so I just traded with like 50 shares and lost 30 bucks. And I was like, right, that was me payment. But that's fine. If I have to trade when the market's quiet, I'll just trade very small. I think that's the best way to do it. No, I mean, the thing is though, like what's happening with me is, so now I know gap and crap's dead well. I know support. I know shorting into resistance dead well, and I know overextended gap downs dead well. So I know how to short parabolics quite well. So I know 4 really good short patterns well. So I can trade any of the 4. And now I'm learning multi-day, multi-week, multi-month breakouts, which all come under the same one. And I'm starting to look at reversals of stocks that have previously gone supernova when shorts cover. So I'm learning 2 longs and I've got 4 shorts. So I've nearly got 6 patterns. I think Bertani's got like 8, 9, 10 perfected. I've got like 1 or 2 that I'm pretty good at, and a couple that I'm learning. But it's enough to make money. Like I say, it's enough to make like 12. I reckon I'll hit 20 grand this year. I reckon I'll hit 20, 25 grand this year. I'm pretty sure. I'm up 12 and it's only April. I'm confident. I am confident. So then 25 grand, and then when I master more patterns, then for sure I'll get comfortable with higher size. I should make 50, 75 next year. I hope. DEVV. Let's take a look. Fuck, I've drank 4 mini cans of Heineken. It's only 2 pints. I feel drunk off 2 pints. Guys, don't send us illiquid tickers, guys. Like, it's the #1. Who is this? Patrick. Don't, I don't want to say don't waste my time, because everyone's insight, and I value that everyone comes from different measures. But dude, don't send us tickers with less than 1 million volume on the day at this time of day. It's a waste of time, bro. Stocks with 1,000 shares traded can be so easily manipulated. It's not worth it. You are a great man. Yeah, it's just about feeling like I'm a great man inside. I'm at the point where I have enough savings that I can move and try and trade full time. But I'm not moving to trade full time. I'm moving to study full time. I'll study the markets incessantly for the next year if I move. So I've got the savings, and I'm making enough money to live in a poor country. Like, obviously, if I make $20,000 this year, it's enough to live in a poorer country. Ask questions, guys. I'm going for another beer. Can I show you the tower? Where there? Oh, I'm gonna break it. It's me beer tower. I'm only foreign. But let's go to the toilet and I'll answer more. And then we'll look at the close together. I'm gonna build a Burj Khalifa out of beer cans. Yeah, no one's even. I'm in challenge chat because I'm part of it because I do the podcast with Born and that. I've got a new episode tomorrow. And guys, what the fuck's going on with coronavirus? Jesus fucking Christ, the world's gone crazy. Okay, what's this? If you guys hear a massive clap, like all of the cans have fallen down. Aaron, I'm getting paranoid about that. What I meant was I was long this morning, 11:16, stopped out at 10. Okay, so let's go back to this. Dude, I still don't agree with it. The overall chart, everything fails. I don't agree with one man. Even I know your reasoning. I know the chart, but if you're profitable, tell us. This is where this is where I asked the question. Good amount of info. Yeah, perfect. All right, so you guys are all on the same level. Not too much info at all. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are on the same level that I'm talking. That's cool. We should catch up, mate, if you're free. If the lockdown. Yeah, bro. Why is it Corona? For Corona. Wait, guys, I'm trying to catch up. Perfect. Love how you talk a lot about different tickets. Yeah, dude. Like I say, this is I had a lot of people help me. Obviously, like you guys know, it's no secret. Tim Sykes helped me a lot. And he helped us because I had a YouTube channel that got quite popular. Not that popular, but quite popular. So Tim Sykes helped us more than most of you guys know. He went out of his way, he answered emails, he chatted to us a lot. He really wanted us to be profitable because I was in the public eye, right? I was in the public eye with his name, so he wanted us to be profitable. That doesn't mean he gave us the cheat codes. I had to study 10 hours a day for years and lose loads of money to get it, and I'm still not flying. But I got extraordinary help, so it's all about giving back the help, and I'll do it for the next 10, 20 years, guys. Honestly, I think for me, I'm pretty sure I've cracked trading. And when I say cracked, I mean I can make 10 or 20 grand this year. But I don't think I've cracked trading until I've made $1 million. But I think I will make $1 million. I really do. But I'll be with you guys all the way. I promise you I'll be with you the whole way. As I drink another can. OBLN. Guys, if there's fucking shit volume or something on this, I'll not be mad. I'll just be like, what the fuck? It's nice. First screen day. Up 100%, squeezing. Sorry, going to the charts. Dude, it's fucking. I don't like these stocks that halt all the time. 6 million float. Normally trades $1 million. It's trading 6. All right, so let's see if this is legit. I think it'll be a pump or something. We're going to 12 o'clock at this point, aren't we? I think I've just accepted that we're going till 12 o'clock and no one's going to leave, so I'm going to stay. We're going to do 3 hours. OBLN, revenue, cash is down. What's the news? Doesn't seem to be news. Conversates a short squeeze. I don't know. The thing with this is like, so it's traded it's a liquid for one, but on the times that it has traded over $1 million, it's fair. The resistance is in the 170s. Yeah, the resistance is in the 170s. It just looks like a fucking chat room move or something. There's no news on it that I can see. It's a liquid generally. Anything that's a liquid like this, anything that changes, like it's just. Some days it trades like how much is it trading here? 900,000. Previously to that, didn't trade anything. Like it just looks like a crap company. And like right, so it traded 9 million here, gapped up and ran, give it all back. Wow, it must be a reverse split, no? Or was it really? This must be a reverse split. It couldn't have been at 27. Anyway, I don't know how to describe it, but the chart looks shit. That's the best way I can say it. The chart looks like shit, rubbish company. And I don't know how to help you guys because like I know OBLN is not a tradable stock, but I don't know how to explain it to you guys. So if anyone can explain to Florin why OBLN is a terrible stock, please do, because I know by eyesight the chart is terrible, but I can't explain the reason why it's like compared to other ones. I was talking about too much information. Okay. Sorry, bro. There is a lot of information in the challenge, but it's all good. You've got to absorb it. Zagarex. Want to learn dip buy on running stock of the day. But confused with should wait for confirmation or just buy with near support. You need to buy the breakout. No. All right, this is something really important. I'll go full screen for this. It's very important, but it depends how you trade. If you have the confidence to trade before the breakout, do it. But I know Tim Brittani says a lot of his webinars, and I've learned this from him, that wait for the confirmation of the breakout because it increases your chances of winning significantly more. And if that means you get less risk reward, but a higher probability of winning, it's much better. So that's the best way I can answer that. So wait for confirmation, especially if you're new, because you don't know what you're doing, so you should at least wait for confirmation. Brandverricht, don't know. Brent sounds Norwegian, Swedish for that thing. Brent, where are you from? What's Swedish again? Jag heter Steven, hur mår du? Everyone, OBLN is going. Let's have a look. This is the one I'm on. Yes, Charlotte, I was just saying it's bad though. Was it? Am I getting drunk? Am I forgetting what's going on? Nah, it's the one that's called, yeah. Yeah, OBLN is a shitty stock that just pumps. Like, how are you going to trade OBLN? Are you, like, where, so, like, are you going to go, where are you going to go long from OBLN? You can't go long because it's fucking halts every time and it last consolidated on the 130s. Like, where are you going to go long? You can't go short because it's in the 130s and your risk is the 170s. Like, OBLN is not a trade, it's just a fucking gamble. Guys, don't watch, like, I don't want to go against anyone, don't watch OBLN. Like, watch it for fun. OBLN is a total gamble. It's not a good trade in any way. It's not any stock that's got, like, I don't think the float's that, I think it's lower. Any stock that just halts up and halts down is like a piece of shit. It's not a real company. You can barely go long real companies in penny stocks, let alone OBLN. And you can't go short because it halts all the time. It's a maniac. OBLN, delete it. For quarantine, mate, I'm really good. I'm really, really, really good. I work 9 till 6 and I trade like 5, 6 till 11 or 12, like which it is now. Super busy, studying loads, watching webinars, tracking data, tracking stats. I'm so busy, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to honestly quit my job. And I'll go full screen and be like, I've got enough savings. I need my rent to be up, and then maybe I'm out. I'm out and I'm studying full-time trading and trying to make enough to trade full-time. And even if I don't, I've got enough to support myself for a few years. So I need to choose between lifestyles. I'm good at advertising and I'm good at trading. I'm not good at trading, but good at advertising and I'm learning trading. I need to choose which one. I see so many traders that are field-based. It's okay to be field-based. I'm field-based a bit. Like with me, short on WORX today, where I made that money. It was quite field-based, but it's not field-based. It's like, it's seeing patterns that give you fields. And Tim Grattani's like that as well. Yeah, exactly. You can't teach and replicate them. Exactly. It's such a good point. Traders are instinctively field-based because they've seen a situation so many times that they feel that something is wrong because the body is warning them, this doesn't look like the same pattern, so they get a bad feeling. It's so true. Do you have a system? Yeah, dude, I have fucking endless Excels, endless data. And this is only a fraction of the data that I track to work out what works with the market and what doesn't. And then it's quantified into graphs and stats and stuff like that. But I'm still field-based. I'm like all of them. Tim Grattani's field-based, but he also tracks. Everything I know I learn from Tim Grattani, basically. How much do you think you should start with? $600, bro. 600. Lucas, $600, $700, trade zero. Or any other broker that has shorts and longs. Or if you just want to go long, just go long. $600, $700. What's your advice to people with small accounts that can only trade 3 days a week? My advice would be try to trade 2 days a week. I'll go full screen. For those who can only trade 3 times a week, who are new to trading, my advice would be trade 2 times a week. Because you want to be looking for the best setups. And then if it just so happens that so many great setups come that you have to pull that third trade, then pull the third trade. The other advice would be look for particular patterns that really work for you, like overextended gap down, gap and crab, multi-month breakout, parabolics into resistance, hot sectors. Look into all of it and track all of the data. In the early days, you need to be tracking data 80% of the time and trading 5% of the time, and analyzing your data 15% of the other time. Honestly, no bullshit. Like when I started making money, and then I realized I had discipline problems, which were a whole other thing. When I first started making money, it was because I spent 80% of my time analyzing gap and crap results, and fucking, I'd say I spent 40%, I'd spent 20, I can't work it out now, but I spent 20% or 30% of my time analyzing them. I spent 30% documenting them, or 40% documenting them, and then I maybe spent 60% trading. Whatever, sorry if the math's wrong. Can't see your screen, Stephen. Sorry. Maybe flip it up and down wrong. What about MEIP PM thoughts? Guys, the market shit, eh? MEIP is a gap down. You can't go long because it's red, and you can't go short because it's already short, so it's nothing. Nice tower, makes me want to drink. How far, guys? I showed you that tower ages ago. How far behind am I? I'm about to add one more. Fucking hell, I'm gonna get drunk on this. But at least I didn't lose money trading. First thing I think when I wake up is like, did you trade drunk? I'm like, no, it's okay. You're sensible. Guy, we're in Dubai and it's coronavirus. I take what I can get, and honestly, there's not a lot. That's inspiring. The alcohol consumption is inspiring, but not me trading. Hopefully both. Fucking guys, I've never. Check OBLN. You guys know me thoughts on OBLN. I hate it. Good lads, spelling it right. If the system is profitable, then anyone you teach that follows the rules can make money. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I agree. I think if I said when N hits +5, you do this, and when R hits this, you do that, then you'll make money. Yeah, but I don't know anyone in the business. I don't know anyone in the world who would want to teach someone to be a robot. I think making money is a good thing, but it's not. Like trading for me is not about making money. It's about the satisfaction of being one of the better people and winning and achieving a goal. And you proving to yourself that you can be the man or woman that has the capacity and ability and drive and determination to figure this game out for yourself and win. Anyone who takes picks or strategies preformed or follows the lead, it's just really not. It's not money. I can tell you now, I've made money from work and now some money from trading and the rest in YouTube. Doesn't make you happy. What makes you happy is fucking achieving your capability and achieving your potential. It's way more than any money. How do you manage to sit on your hands when a low flow goes wild? Yeah. I managed to sit on my hands because I've just seen the pattern so many times that I know when one will work, when it might not work, and when it won't work. So I kind of I can see what's going to happen before it happens, or I've got a good guess of what's going to happen before it happens. And when you've seen it enough times, you're like, this could basically, you say, when you see a low flow stock rip and you think 60% of the time this will fail, 40% of the time it will go higher, from what I remember. And then you think, how did I feel the 40% of the times when I shorted and it ripped me face off? Oh, felt like I wanted to kill myself. Should I not put myself in that position today? Yeah, I think I'll not put myself in that position. I think I'll not take the risk because there's 9 other stocks to trade. So that's how I think about those. You learn not to. You just learn not to. I shorted low floats first screen days for years, thousands of dollars. You just learn not to. You will get used to the pain of losing so much that you don't want to do it anymore. NURO I've talked about too many times. I can't talk about it anymore. OBLN. I thought OBLN is the one that we've just talked about loads as well, right? OBLN is that shit one. OBLN's got loads of backholders, but it doesn't trade any shares. Like OBLN might have, it doesn't have backholders because it doesn't trade. So the minute it trades, it's so illiquid that nothing that it does matters. If nothing that it does matters, it's unpredictable. If you can't predict it, you can't trade it. Guys, fuck OBLN, guys. Seriously, we're gonna get this beat out at 6 hours. I'm going off at midnight. I have to. Fuck OBLN, guys. It's shit, man. Yeah, exactly. It's trash. Do you have any recommendations for a good trading platform? Yeah. What's that thing called? Let us show you. I can show you guys. If you guys want a trading platform and you don't have much money, try TradingView. It's like $20 a month. You get real-time data. It has like scans and stuff. It's not dead user-friendly, but like I don't have it anymore. But like, see if I can look at the charts. It's not as attractive as stocks to trade, but and it doesn't. I think the scans are okay. But like all of the data is real time, and it's like $25 a month, and you can kind of get used to using it, and you can customize it. So just use that for now. Fucking yo for fun. All right, if I answer this again, I have to hell up, yeah. Oh no, I've still got a lot of this one. I don't even remember what I traded. I traded. I'm starting to get drunk now. What did I trade? Hang on. WORX. So I'll show this one more time for people. Very quickly, because it's probably been here for 3 hours. So WORX, like look what it did back in the day, like back in. It's not a lot of volume. No, it's not volume, so let's not count it. It's traded unprecedented volume. Just yesterday, 99 million. That just short of 100, 97. And then today it's traded 14. So the significant gap down in volume and decrease in volume meant that no one was interested. That meant it was a short. So I took this short. I was short from the 1140s, took it down, covered. Tim Gratoni was short from here. He's gonna cover. Made $700 on it. It was decent. Yeah, exactly. Everyone agrees. Fucking no one bring up OBLN anymore. I don't know how much drunk I can get. I feel drunk. How do you still short on Trade Zero? You start with 600 my account. Where are you from? Are you from America? Or are you from Europe? Because if you're not from America, you can short from 600 for sure. You can definitely short. Well, I mean, you can't unless they've got new rules. But I always shorted the $600 account. Thank you, Zag. What makes your first screen day pattern short a short? I only trade in the afternoon. I'm trying to. So screen for this patterns. So if a pattern is a first screen day pattern, if it's low float, high volume, the volume is higher than it's ever traded in previous months. It's a multi-day, multi-week, multi-month breakout. It's in a hot sector. It's got good news. It's got a history of running multiple days. It's on an ascending long-term chart, which is going higher and higher. And it doesn't have a history probably of reverse splits or dilution. That's what makes a first green day long. A first green day being a short is when it's gapped up a lot in the pre-market, and it's got a history of bag holders from previous times when it's gapped up at ran. The float's quite high, so there's say for example, the stock was at 10 3 months ago, and the float's 100 million, and now it's at 2, and then it gaps up to 5. You know that if it's only gapped up on this occasion with a million volume, you know that, and the float's 100 million, you know that there's 99 million worth of people wanting to get out, and that's so it's going to go down because the pressure is going to be too high, and that's the best way I can explain first green day longs versus short. RWLK, I'm going to get an LPR. I can't do this without LPR. Wait, I'll show you the tower though. Fuck, it's big. It's like a dick note. It's like Jenga. All right, guys, we're obviously going to run till midnight when the market closes. Let's quickly get through some questions and see if anything might run at midnight. Probably won't. After midnight, I'll have a few more beers and order McDonald's when I've got some perfectly good salmon in the fridge. But this is, now how many cans? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small beers, which is equivalent of 2.5 pints. I haven't drank for 5 days. I'm such a lightweight. RWLK. Let's take a look. Oh wow, yeah. RWLK is a really again. I don't like the I don't like the liquidity. I know RWLK. It's a ticker I already know. Breakout's powerful, guys, from 63 up. I still think that the number of shares traded is low. Yeah, it's low. It's low because it's a low price stock, so it should trade even more than a higher price stock. Can't deny the breakout strong. The resistance, the volume resistance here, like the volume's way higher here than here. So the volume resistance says it should top out at 145. But I mean, that's still a long way. The squeeze is real. Do you know why it's squeezing? This is like a parabolic short for me, but I would just be being silly, honestly. There's no real resistance. This should start to fail at some point, but yeah, it's kind of a parabolic short, but for it to be a parabolic short, like it is up, but it needs to like go up maybe 3 times. So you've got 1 push down, 2 push down, 3 push. So if it gets to the like 130s and then you've got resistance in the 140s, I would take that as a short, as a parabolic short. Basically, a parabolic short is it's overextended, too much to the upside, is too many shorts have covered, too many longs have gone long, and it needs to reverse and consolidate. So I would be tempted to take RWLK as a parabolic short, but maybe in the 130s. And I don't like to do it at the end of the day, but I would. Just to give you guys a live trade, and not very much size, but RWLK good, pretty good bring up. But like I say, it's I mean, you could probably short it here, but it's 50-50 that it'll push again. It's 50-50 it'll drop. I mean, it is up from the 80s to the 110s. If it gives one more leg, then you could start to size into a short as a parabolic short. Sorry, guys, I'm doing this again. I think you could give this. I think if this pushes one more leg, you've got 1, 2. Yeah, it's gonna fail. It's probably gonna fail now. But I think the risk reward of it failing, it could have gone up or down 50-50. That's what I'd guess without knowing why it's up or what it's up. You think ICD was a good short? I do. I think I know that Tim. Again, I follow Tim Grittani religiously to learn from him, but I know ICD Tim Grittani. I think he was short, right? Yeah, I think with ICD shorted into this. So basically, ICD got push. It's the typical short. So it went from 2 to 13, which is insane volume. It's up 500%, right? I can't really talk too much about the fundamentals. I don't know, but what I do know is when the volume's like 22 million and then 26 million, then all of a sudden everyone forgets about it, and the volume's like 4 million. I think you've got an excellent, because the volume, most of the buyers are long, right? Most of the market's long. So if you're going up and up and all of the buyers' volumes are long, and then all of a sudden no one wants to buy it anymore, and you've got the risk reward short of the 14s, you know, the top, yes, I'll just risk off 14 where previously top. I think you've got an excellent short there. The only thing I don't like about it is the morning can be particularly volatile, so this might have run out of the gates. So I don't know, maybe you can take a starter here, and it's halted, which I don't like. But when it slams, I think there's no harm in, I mean, you're a couple of dollars down. It's a funny one, but it's so volatile that it's okay. But you've got to be a more experienced trader to take it. And this can go higher because this red day is not even that. The red day is not even that low. It could easily gap up and break out new highs. In fact, I'm gonna put a lid on this to be a potential breakout because the red day is not that red. But ICD could go higher, but I think the risk reward short on the daily looks great. I think on the intraday, it's hard to short in the morning at that time when it's previously ran that much. But if the volume was really light pre-market, that's a very good indicator that it's going to fail early. And if you get that indicator, which I don't know because I wasn't watching, it's quite easy to short into that spike, and then you've got from the 13s down. So I think it's a really nice. I think it's, if you were watching it and if the volume was light, I think it's a really good short. Yeah. Don't know what that means. Dark kit or clit. I don't know what you're saying. Still going. I don't know what that means. Am I still going from cans or am I still going from trading? I'm still going. IMMP was the one that just cracked though. It's a gap fill pattern. Look. So that's interesting. IMMP was the breast cancer stock. Wasn't it? No, it wasn't. No, it was. So do you remember when I was saying that IMMP, I don't want to buy it? And this was the conversation before when we're saying, let it break out because you'll have better risk reward of success. Don't buy in anticipation of a breakout, buy when it breaks out. We were talking about this earlier. And this is the reason why, because when IMMP is like, oh, 109, oh, it's going to break out, and then boom, drops 5%. That's the reason why you don't buy in anticipation of a breakout, especially as a newer trader, because it can just fail. And I mean, that's a nice buy. Like you see how it fell on the breakout level, which is actually the initial multi-day, multi-week level. It's supported on the multi-week level. But I mean, that's a bit down for me. I mean, I get there's so many technicalities to it, because when I see this, I say descending triangle, and that'll just fail tomorrow. People will forget about this and it'll fail tomorrow. I don't know, or it can gackle. But for me, it's 50-50, and I don't like playing 50-50 odds. Victor, I hope it's not the person who I work with. Seriously, that's no beer. Dude, we're in quarantine. I got this beer illegally delivered. Like, I should not even have this beer. I was like elite. It was like a drug deal. I was like running to buy the beer and running back, and I had these fucking mask on and these gloves. Like, it's illegal. I'm breaking the law here. We're just, yeah. Thoughts on IMMP overnight is I just wouldn't take it anyway. It's not even, what is it? It's not my kind of play, bro. It's not my. If the chart was upside down, I wouldn't take a short either. It's just not my kind of play. John, John, I think you mean John. What recommendations do you have for beginners? Track stocks using an Excel. Please rewatch this YouTube video. It will be published live, unless I phone in sick tomorrow for some reason for being drunk, but I don't think so. Please watch this YouTube video live. Look at the process that I outlined in the Excel document. Learn how I identify patterns in the relation of volume versus float. Learn how I identified catalysts. Learn how I talked about support and resistance and multi-week, multi-month breakouts and shorten into resistance. Watch it a few times if you need to, and you will start forming ideas of your own that will benefit you in the future. I'm caught up, guys. Do you know who Victor 007 is? I want to take a trade for being like, look, guys, I want to take a trade just for a laugh. It's very bad discipline, but I wouldn't do it. But looking at the hype, like, it's a weird one. Facebook's broke out of its area. I look at a lot of high prices now. So when you're looking at stocks, you want to do support and resistance on the daily. So Facebook's broke out of its area. It's multi-day, multi-week. The area is 177. Let's see what's doing today. Yeah, whatever. The higher stocks are crazy. No idea. Okay, let's go. I already answered this. Guys, do you want to comment someone else? We've got 8 minutes to go. Ask any question you want. I'm not trading, obviously, there's nothing. Unless I fucking do something in NURO. You see how NURO gives everything back? This is what I talk about with pumps. I fucking hate them. It topped 580, which is a resistance level, and then give it all back. It's just, it's bullshit, me. See if there's any shares at Trade Zero. Just curious. It's $3.57 for borrows. Jesus Christ. It's definite price. Compton, I'll see you on house party, brother. I'll tell you what, for the last 5 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link in the description. If you want to talk on camera for the last 10 minutes of the market, click on the link, load up your webcam, and we can have a chat. We'll do a little interview. Not Jack Compton, though, because I talk to you all the time, motherfucker. If anyone else wants to try and talk to us, we're going to do like a 2-part talk. If you've got questions about the market, if you've got questions about trading that people can learn from, click the link, log in, and we'll do like a 10-minute conversation. You see the link in the comments? Like I say, guys, if you want to go on video camera and have a quick chat, there's the link. Oh, Daisy. I remember Daisy. Ari, Daisy. I remember you from Liquor with Ticker. That was cool. Guys, if you want to jump in a conversation for the last 10 minutes, I'll jump in and I'm going to talk to my friend. I've lost chat. Hang on. So Daisy's watching and she's just saw Jack Compton. Jack Compton's just jumped on. Jack, if you want to jump on and no one else is jumping on, jump on. Jack, jump on. Because Jack's a decent trader that I've known from a few years ago. How do you keep hot sector stocks on your watch list? Nah, the way I do it is like there's websites and stuff. Like if you type in one hashtag on Twitter, or if you type in one ticker on Twitter, you get all the other tickers. But generally, if coronavirus is running, there's like 10 stocks on your scanner running as well. I just add them to the same watch list basically. How long did it take to learn how to trade? Yeah, I just showed you guys the Profitly. I think it took us 3 years, two and a half, 3 years to learn how to trade. And even now, I'm not brilliant, but I'm making money. But I learned. There's me. Ah, my neck. I want the Burj Khalifa Tower. Guys, how long are you going to stay here for? I'm like, as long as I'm over 50 people, I'm going to hang out and get as drunk as I can until you guys leave. What are you up to? It's Daisy. Guys, someone please join the fucking... No one wants the video chat. Jack. Tosser. All right, let's see if anything runs into the close. NURO's falling apart. It's a piece of shit. SONN. Can't imagine it's doing anything either. SONN is a piece of shit. Let's give it all back as well. Good shorts, but too risky. Not playable. Thank you. Guys, I'm done. Hang on. See what you guys have. Final comments. I can't handle this anymore. Too boring. Main tools. Well, one of the main tools you'd recommend. Just get a decent broker and with low commissions, and get a good scanning system for top of Senkinas and challenge software, and that's it. Dark Cliff, don't know what that means. Matthew C. I think I know you, but I'm not sure. Watching NURO fades. Let's have a look very quickly. Yeah, I already know NURO. NURO's. Daisy, you should not be trading NURO. It's such a fucking low flow. Well, it's up to you. It's a low flow. It's not for me. Thanks for the advice. All right, guys. Work's going down to the close. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. Taking off. Thank you, Cody. All right, guys. That's all. End it now. We're hitting the close of the market. How'd you cut losses? Intelligently is the best way I can say. Guys, peace out. It's been a great stream. I was meant to do 1 hour. The plan was 1 hour. We've done 2 hours 30. I hope I've answered all the questions. Very good. Let's get smashed. I'll have a few more. Trade zero, dude. Trade zero. I have a referral. You the man. Thank you. Thanks, Victor. Thank you. Cheers, bro. Bro. Thanks. All right. Cheers, guys. It was fun. Very uneventful. But you've got to be grateful for the day. It only takes one trade every day or two, and you can really make money. Like I made a great amount of money today. Very happy. But then I sat and watched the market for the rest of the day. Could have been doing other stuff, but you live, you learn. Helped you guys, so that's cool. Sorry, Ash. Catch up. See you, bro. What do you say? I don't know. Lucy, do you use anything that's... Nah, I just use stocks to trade because I've got it, so it's fine. Khalil Hussein, are you, brother? Trade Zero, it depends. If you're short, Trade Zero is amazing. It's got all the borrows, but you have to pay for them, so you've got to be good enough to know how to use them. If you're long, IB is better. Will you leave your job? If I keep on having these $750 days, like I had a $400 day yesterday and $750 a day. If I make 20K this year and I'm up 15, yeah, then I'll leave for sure. I'll take a stab at it, yeah. So I'm on the way. I'm not making big money, bro. Not making big money. $20,000 is a pretty bad salary anywhere in the world, but I'm in the right direction. We hit 12 o'clock. Market's closed. I didn't do anything stupid. Thank you so much, everyone. Respect that. I respect that you guys came. I respect that you guys trust and value me. I'm happy that you're open to learn. I'm happy that you showed that dedication. My BIA hour has grown, and peace and love. Let's keep on working towards the mission of helping as many people become profitable for low cost, and rewarding those who have the drive to do it. So peace. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.